Hello kababayan and hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to be discussing on what steps to take to get your EED, Entry Exemption Document. First, I'm just going to remind you of what departments we're going to be dealing with. First, we have BOI, Bureau of Immigration. Second is DFA, Department of Foreign Affairs. And under that department, there's two departments, Philippine Embassy and Philippine Consulate. So just take notes of those names. All right, first thing you want to do is find out the nearest Philippine consulate near your house. Once you find it, make uh, make contact with them and find out the ambassador's name. There is a person there, and that person is an ambassador. Get that person's name and email. Make sure it's correct email. All right, because you're going to be emailing that person some documents. So here's the documents. You need a copy of your foreign passport, a copy of proof of your filiation. Filiation is you have a wife in the Philippines, so you need a marriage certificate, or you have a child in the Philippines, you need a PSA birth certificate, or you have a parent or relative in the Philippines, and you get a birth certificate, and that would prove your affiliation with that person in the Philippines. You're showing that you do have a common relationship. Okay, next. If you have a valid 9A visa already, make a copy of that. If you don't have a 9A visa, don't worry about it. All right, next is you need to make a copy of the Filipino passport of your Filipino spouse or the parent or the child. Okay, next one is you're going to have to prove that. Let me backtrack. Let's say you're going to the Philippines because your wife is already in the Philippines. Your wife is already in the Philippines, so we need to prove that your wife is in the Philippines. So you need a copy of a proof that your wife is in the Philippines. And a good one to use is the immigration stamp. That proves that your wife is already in the Philippines. Or another one would be a barangay certificate. Or if your child is in the Philippines, the school records. All right, so we need that proof to show that they are already there. All right, so now you get all those documents, you put them in a PDF file. One file only. So you put all of them in one PDF file. You can get a PDF app from your app store on your phone, and or you can get help from somebody else. Or I'll make another video on how to make the PDF file. But that's till next week. All right, I'm getting off track now. So those documents, you go ahead and make a PDF file, one file only, and then you will make an email to the ambassador, and you will address that ambassador, and then on the subject, you would put down request for entry exemption document from DFA. That would be the subject. And then you attach your one file, all that document that I was talking about, a PDF file. Okay, so you go ahead and do that. So once you get your EED, your entry exemption document, once you get that from DFA, because DFA is the one's going to give you the EED, you can go ahead and finalize your booking for your flight. Okay? And then also, at that moment, they can go ahead and process your 9A visa. But you gotta have to submit some documents again to them. Now this one goes to the Bureau of Immigration. But you can go ahead and send this to the ambassador, and that person can go ahead and forward it to the BOI. So the BOI, what they're gonna need from you is the original passport, photocopy of your front page that shows your picture and all your data and stuff. So they need that. And you got to show that's going to be valid 6 months, at least 6 months when you arrive in the Philippines. Okay? So your date of arrival in the Philippines, you got to have 6 months or more of validation of your foreign passport. Also, they need you to fill out a non-immigrant visa form and sign it. Normally, the ambassador will send you that file. If that person didn't send it, ask for it. So it's a non-immigrant visa. Make sure you fill it out and you sign it. Then also, get a passport. One picture, one passport size color photo. It's like you're getting a passport picture. That's what you're getting, but you only get one. And then you paste it on the non-immigrant visa paper. There'll be a section where you attach that picture to. And then you get a copy of proof of marriage or affiliation. Proof of Philippine citizenship of your spouse or the relative, or a certificate, or birth certificate, or marriage contract, Filipino passport. So if you can get all of those, so now that's gonna help you out. So get a copy. Let me reiterate that: copy of proof of marriage or affiliation, proof of Philippine citizen, of immediate Filipino relative. So, for example, your wife, you need that citizenship to prove that she's a citizen. Birth certificate, a marriage contract, a Filipino passport. If you get all of them, put them all together. And then make a copy of your entry exemption document. Okay, because you already got that. So make a copy of that. Make sure it's the entry exemption document from DFA. I've heard in the past there's some type of fraud and it didn't come from DFA. So make sure that document came from DFA. Last, you get a guarantee letter from Filipino national spouse parent. Let me explain that. Your wife's mom, for example, she has to make a guarantee letter. And that letter is she's going to state that you are the husband of her daughter. And she promised that she's telling the truth. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you need to review this video, just play it back. I try to talk really slow so, it's easier to understand. But this is all the steps you need to take. On the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to make that letter. There's 2 letters that's you still need for this entry exemption document. One letter is how to request the EED from the DFA through your ambassador. So I'm going to make a letter and you could just fill in the rest. I'm going to make a dummy letter, like an example letter, and then you could just follow how I did it. And then I'm also going to make a letter of guarantee. Most of you guys probably won't know what that is. So it's just like a promissory note. So I'll make one too. So in the next video, I'll make the letter of request for the EED to the ambassador, because you gotta address them properly, and then a letter of guarantee, and then that should be able to help you guys out to get your EED. All right, guys. I enjoyed making this video. A lot of information here, but you just follow the steps, you'll be okay. If you guys have any question, just message me. Make sure you guys, if you guys like the video, make sure you like it and you share it and leave me some comment. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And then also, don't hesitate to message me. I have my messenger and I have my text. Well, you know what? Text me last or call me last, because I'm pretty busy. So if you need to talk to me and it's gonna take more than 2 minutes, then use the messenger. It's on the YouTube. All right, guys. So I try to make this video short. And please do me a favor. If anybody out there that you know of and they need this information, please share it. All right. Thank you, guys. And love you guys. And I love you for watching this video. Peace out, guys.